Anyways, let's continue on. So what teams do you think stand out from Tide League NA right now, at least in your opinion?
Raid.
I don't know, man. I think EGS stands out.
I'm
The
interested in
team that
USA
was
as well.
created by
Actually,
Tide League.
I might even end up like going to NL because why not? No, I'm just kidding. But NL is looking like a contender right now, like legitimately. If there's a team that can beat Cryptor, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, it's probably going to be NL or EXL.
That's
true.
So we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
But
Right.
like Raid's almost like coming out of the shadows. Almost
It's an
like
alt, but yes,
he just came
correct.
out of nowhere with Cryptor.
Came out
Okay,
of shots all crazy, but Raid could definitely be on the rise though. They're definitely
a
dark
clan,
horse team.
and
Dark horse
they definitely
team.
dark horse. Yes.
Yeah.
They could end up winning the whole thing.
They are definitely a clan.
They're definitely a clan that exists. Let's move on. We have a couple topics that we want to discuss on our TideCast that aren't about the other teams. So I'm gonna start with hacking and alting and the way the league handles it. Okay. Big thing. Everyone has been asking me about Cryptor, and I have said what Whale has said. Cryptor's main is not in the server. So we cannot ban Cryptor because he is the only one of his account in this. So if I had, let's say, if I made an alt today, right, and I left the league and I put my alt in, then my alt could not be banned because it is the only one of my account in the league, okay? That would just not be fair. So Cryptor can unfortunately not be banned. With hacking, we take that pretty seriously. We give game and match suspensions depending on the severity of the hacking, and if you've been caught, or if there's suspicion of you being used for like multiple games, it could even result in you being like banned from the server for a little bit, which is not good. No one wants that. Just don't hack people. Like, this is a browser game. It's a waste of your time. It's a browser tape. It's a waste of your time. Just don't hack. Next, player contracts. This is one that we have been getting a lot of. I don't want to say backlash. So I'll say feedback for. Whale, do you want to take over this one? Because I'm not really the.
No, what's the question or topic? Hacking?
Just explain player contracts, why they're needed.
Or play contracts. So basically what they are, I mean, simply put, they're to make sure that, you know, people are staying loyal to their teams. In seasons past, I should say, you know, players have just sort of switched whenever they felt like it, and that's not really showing loyalty to a specific team, and we're trying to increase that loyalty to, like, a team. So basically what we've decided is that we are going to prevent players from switching teams at all during the entire season. And we gave a week's notice. We told people that this was going to happen. This was inevitable. So I think we gave players plenty of time to really find that team that they associate with the most. But basically, it's simply put, just a roster lock the entire season. The only exception is if it's a new person joining the server. So if they join and they want to join a team, they just need team leader confirmation, and there you go. Same thing and vice versa. And if a new team joins, a player can switch to that team during the season, since that new team needs members. So like She, for example, they joined recently, and so they need members, and we're allowing people to switch to that team, but only that team. So nobody else can switch. I've gotten a lot of DMs trying to get by it through a loophole known as just leaving the server and rejoining. We have sticky roles, so that's not going to work. So if you leave and then rejoin, you have the same roles that you had when you left. So there's no loopholes to this. You're staying loyal to your team the entire season. If you don't like your team, you can still leave them. You just can't join another team. And we have a little log for players like that who just leave the team and then like try and rejoin another one like 3 weeks later. So
well said, Will. And to add on to that, as one of the staff members, what I've been thinking about for the future of the league and some stuff that I've been thinking about is further elaborating on player contracts and really making it more like a professional sports league or esports league than anything else. So introducing trades could be a big thing that we might introduce, like formal contracts to players signing on how long they would stay with a specific team, opt-outs, buy-ins, stuff like that. It makes the whole game just a hell of a lot more interesting for everyone. We might even introduce a cap for like how many players and stuff. Well, obviously that, but again, there's a lot that we need to work on for player caps and rosters and stuff like that. But for now, we think player contracts is the first step in the way to a future in which Shelly could be more, in which Tide League can be more modernized, and maybe, bring some leagues with it and kind of take the future of competitive an extra step. Anyways, the next thing that I wanted to discuss is the reformatted verification system, and if the current one is good enough. Again, I don't ref too many games here, unfortunately, so I'm not the best one to talk about this. Whale, would you like to discuss this one?
I mean, in past, it is required that all players verify. That's just a given. We are trying to make the system a lot easier because in past, it's definitely been complicated for some people, especially when they are using a browser that isn't exactly related to Google. And with the refs, like I've been learning about like how to access extensions on like different browsers, but like Google is really the main way to go. But in regards to the system itself, I think it definitely can be cleaner because there have been times where we've let in hackers through just like the slightest thing, not checking that aim or, when they join and not checking that that sort of scope and stuff like that, And of course, like there are some players who have developed scripts who are basically the scripts can just basically bypass verification. Luckily, Crackware is never going to be made like that, so that is a good thing.
That is good.
We've gotten confirmation from that from TD Stewart, but there are definitely self-made scripts like that can just, completely bypass, and, they are definitely advancing, and I think, with those scripts advancing and getting, more broader and finding ways to get by verification, I think verification also needs to advance and something needs to be done because, hacking is a huge issue. It's arguably bigger than alting.
Of course. Right now, I'd say it is bigger than alting.
For sure, yeah.
Because, I mean, you've had a lot of people come out and say that certain players are hacking, and I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to go into the politics of who's hacking and who's not. But this has been a lot more than just like an alting ring, right? This is specific players and like specific groups of players, I should say. Be able to bypass basically all verification, go into games, hack, not get caught, rinse and repeat, right? Which is something that's horrible for any esports league, right? We have to stop it.
For sure.
So
yeah.
I think this new verification system can really help in cutting down the amount of hackers we let in. And we're obviously going to continue advancing our verification processes, and maybe introduce something that can cut down on that per se. But that's something for later. We might introduce it in future seasons. But for now, I'll just leave you with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Next, and finally, we move toward our moderator applications, open more frequent moderator applications. And this is something I can finally talk heavily on because I've been getting a lot of DMs about this. Let me make it as crystal clear as I possibly can. Okay. You can DM me whatever you want. You can DM me that you'd be the greatest Discord moderator in the world. Good for you, man. Go ahead and do that to another server, okay? I don't care. No, this isn't funny. I don't care. Either apply when there is a formal deadline in which you are like to show all of your criteria, or don't apply whatsoever, or just wait until there's a new one, okay? I'm not going to recycle through mods every like month or so, right? Because that's just insane. It doesn't give everyone a chance to the entire mod team to prove themselves. And I seriously cannot stand people who feel like that they're so self-important that they can just go around and ask for mod in any server that they enter. It's just stupid. It's plain dumb. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get it, okay? So don't DM myself or WhaleShark or anyone if you have not submitted an application. And if you have submitted an application, do not ask when we are going to actually release when we're going to release the results for that, because we'll release them within like a week or two, and I think you can wait a week or two to be a Discord moderator, like legitimately. Final thing, the thing with more frequent mods is that the more mods that we run through, the more chances that we have of some, like, I don't want to use bad words here, but some very bad people end up getting mod. Some people that try to take advantage of us. And, well, if they end up getting mod, then it's not good for the league. I'll just say that much, right?
For sure,
You
yeah.
have mods. You have trusted moderators who like stay with the thing, and if we recycle through too many at once, no one can get comfortable with each other, and we want our staff team kind of to be as tight-knit as we can, because that's a problem that we've run into, where we've had very good staff and very attentive staff, people coming to the games and stuff, but there just hasn't been much communication with between them, which is something that we need to improve on. So like, specifically, there have been games where we've had 8 refs show, and then the next game we have none, right? And that's something that we can just eliminate if we say, hey, I'll take this game, you can take the next one.
Yeah,
Like,
I've
stuff like
I've
that.
seen the proof of that. Like, we are trying to, and I've, if you're staff and if you're a manager, a newer manager, like the staff server is the place to go. And there's so
Exactly.
many channels. I mean, it's insane. But
There's so
like,
much information, right? And we don't want to just give that out to everyone once a month,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So,
it's not like a
open
giveaway.
more
It's not
frequent
just
moderator
something you get.
applications, ? Denied. We are not opening more we might open slightly more frequent, maybe, possibly, if Whale wants to drown himself in more DMs and
Yeah.
guys asking him for moderator, then maybe he wants to.
I think we will
Otherwise-
stick with just like the after the season ends type moderator applications, because I
Because
think
we
right
want-
now we're fine on
Because
mods.
we feel that a season is enough to show your worth, to prove that if you're a good moderator or not, right? Like, I rose through the ranks like pretty quickly in terms of like how I believe I got ref roll within 5 days of joining the server.
Yo,
And then
Stan,
We
applications
were also
came out.
trusted as well.
Yeah, applications came out like a couple days later. So I applied for that, got mod immediately, because I'm good at applying, and I didn't DM WhaleShark annoyingly like 20 times. Good lord.
That is true.
And then I eventually got league admin just through working myself up. So if you work hard, you do your work, maybe, just maybe, you'll get promoted instead of DMing me, Coyote, Shark, Whale, blank, whoever, right? It's just, quite frankly, the most annoying thing you could do, right?
For sure, yeah. And I think like,
You could DM me, I want friends.
Getting admin.
or
Yeah,
just
GM
be friends
Coyote,
with
he wants.
I refuse to get admin.
Please.
That just won't happen.
no, it took me like 2 months to get mod, just begging you.
Yeah, exactly. You have to work towards it, and sometimes even if you fill out an application, like I get DMs sometimes that are like, "Oh, I filled out an application. Does that mean I get it?" And I'm just like, "No, you get picked from that, and then
Here's another
even
thing,
then you
here's another
get
thing.
picked from an interview system."
Here's another thing.
Oh,
When we
sure.
say applications close, we mean applications close.
Yeah,
You
there's a
cannot
deadline.
apply after the deadline and say that you applied, okay? We don't care. I don't have the time in my busy life to go back and check on whether you, Mr. I'm just gonna pick a random person. Mr. WhaleShark 0134 applied for mod 1 day after, okay? I don't have the time to check that.
We set those deadlines not because we are mean like that. It's more because we want to see who's
Don't care.
active and who checks their pings here
Yeah,
more
who
often.
checks your pings? And if you join the server too late, well then A, your account is way too young to get mod like immediately, so that's kind of crazy.
That's
And
true.
B, sucks to be you, man. Honestly, like if you missed out, just wait a season. It is not that hard. You can become a ref, right? When ref applications come out. And you
Oh
can
yeah,
do
there are
that.
plenty of ways to get into the staff
I want to
server.
say something real quick. If you guys
Exactly,
are
there are
active
plenty of ways to
as a
get
ref,
stuff.
if you ref at least like
Don't
1 or
ref
2
Coyote.
games,
Like,
Let
if it-
Blank speak.
let me talk. If
Blank has
you
been so
ref at
quiet.
least 1 or 2 games. Well, shut up.
He says he's talking.
How about that? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I can hear you now.
All right.
Yeah.
If you
I had your
ref-
user
uh,
volume at 0 for some reason.
Okay, just.
Shut up. No,
Oh my god. So, to all those who want to become mod, there's a really easy way to becoming mod. You literally just need to ref at least like 1 or 2 games.
That's true.
About it, and you
It's
have
the
a
way to get in
really,
my
really
heart.
high chance of getting mod. That's that. I'm letting you in on a little secret. We don't have a lot of active mods. Most of them actually have lives. So,
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
We out here.
Yeah.
so we need
We out
some
here
no
having a
lifers
life.
here at Tide League, please.
Managers are more active than mods, by the way. So
That's
That's
a
so
very.
Yes.
Look at this.
True
Well, no.
that. True that.
Just a minute ago, we had
More minutes
6
on
mods, 6 managers online, and 2 moderators.
pretty sure Zuma was actually a mod once, for like a
No.
day.
Why would you do
Actually,
that?
you know what? Yeah, he was.
Oh no, that was
Oh
Icon.
no, Whale.
Okay,
Icon
okay,
was
okay.
once a
No,
mod.
don't bring it up.
You don't
Guys,
bring it
guys,
up.
guys, guys,
We're gonna talk about
guys.
It's a cursed subject.
One last thing that I need to say, okay? If you want to apply for moderator, right, and we ask you what your thoughts are about the future of the league, okay? We don't want something that's a 3-page essay, but at the same time, we don't want something that's 3 words, okay? We
That's
want
true.
something that's like, you know in school when they say write me a paragraph or a response in like social studies or whatever, right? Just do that. Like 5 sentences, okay? I don't want to sit through a 3-page essay about the future of Tide League because honestly, I've sat through enough of those for an entire lifetime. I don't care anymore, okay? Give me something short, small, and concise. Give me something professional, and that stands out, okay?
That's true.
I don't want someone who can type a bunch of big words. I want someone who can get their point across in a concise way. That's truly what makes a good moderator.
So,
And that's about it for me.
when there's a mod question saying, "What will you do as mod?" Don't say because I want to help other people, because that fucking sucks.
Yeah, that's a horrible application. Yeah.
That's why we got banned from the server.
I guess this is application tips now.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, if you're doing a why do you want to become mod type of deal, right? Just be as honest as you can with me. If you truly care for the well-being of Tide League, say that, but say it in a less corny way because it makes you and us think that you're like taking it, controlling us, right? It's just not fun. It's just not fun, okay?
To end the TideCast, I wanted to share a leak with the community. So this is something that the staff already knows, but to
News.
get very specific, December 21st, there's going to be a very big group of events, a lot of giveaways, a lot of cool
This
things.
sounds like the Hunger Games.
Well, it won't. It is not the Hunger Games. It is. Nobody will die. Nobody will find romance in the worst way possible.
The only thing that will die is WhaleShark's league after I leave. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's true. But
That was
I'm never gonna
toxic,
leave
man.
WhaleShark,
That was
don't worry.
BS.
But yes, December 21st. December 21st. Save the date. If anybody can guess why December 21st is such an important day, then you will be
The only person
the
that
best.
knew in
But I will give you some hints, some words. Trivia. That is the first hint. Trivia. Trivia. Your second word is prizes. Trivia and prizes.
Valorant.
Jeopardy!
Is that the first day of Hanukkah?
Your third and final word is birthdays. That is your hints to what is going to be happening on that day.
Hanukkah.
Birthdays.
Hanukkah. It's Hanukkah. It must be Hanukkah.
Birthdays.
There's no other explanation.
The Jews are coming back.
But December 21st. Save the date.
Halloween.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. If you don't want to join, then
If you don't want to join, you're a loser. Join.
yeah.
Facts.
Here we go.
There's gonna be some interesting things happening that day. No, Whale is not going to get Tide is not going to get nuked. Rosetta, you are very close on whose birthday it is. My birthday is actually January 10th, so you can mark that date. I don't know what we'll do on that day, but it'll be my birthday then, and that'll be really cool.
January 10th.
I thought you were gonna say.
Are you saving the
I'm gonna
date?
pin that real quick. I
You
pinned that
you
in the
legit just
DMs,
pin
bro.
that in our DMs.
Yes.
That's hilarious. But anyways, yes, that is your final cast to the world. The final message I have to say for the next 2 weeks.
Fun, baby.
But yeah, first TideCast. I hope you guys enjoyed.